Severe storms preparedness, the Town Branch Commons, and trash bashers. This and more up next on this week's edition of Lexington Now. I'm Neil Noah, and this is Lexington Now. March is Severe Storms Preparedness Month, and John Bobel of Emergency Management has a few tips to make sure that you and those you care about stay safe this severe weather season.
There are some things we want people to remember about being prepared for severe weather. The first thing is we want people to be aware. It's very easy these days when you have a smartphone or a cell phone and you get text messages from just about anyone. But severe weather preparedness means you need to have at least 3 places where you're going to get severe weather information. Make sure you keep that phone of yours charged at all times. And it's a good idea to also buy an auxiliary battery pack. So if you're in a place where the power goes out and you need to rely on your cell phone, you can at least keep it charged a couple of times with that auxiliary battery pack. The most important thing, though, is to have a NOAA weather radio. It's very easy these days to forget that the NOAA weather radio is the most important appliance in your house next to a smoke or fire alarm. The NOAA weather radios, they're about $30, and they can be programmed so that they only set off alarms and alerts if there's severe weather here in Fayette County. Severe weather just doesn't happen during the day. A lot of people are seriously injured or even killed from severe weather and tornadoes that happen overnight. Your cell phone may not be loud enough. You may not even keep your cell phone in the bedroom with you. It may be in a charging stand somewhere else. But a NOAA weather radio in your bedroom or someplace where everybody can hear it when it goes off, it can make the difference between life and death for severe storms. Also, we encourage people to sign up for our new Lex Alert system. You can go to BeReadyLexington.com. That's the emergency management website for Fayette County. Check out the sign-up information form on the BeReadyLexington.com website for Lex Alerts, and you'll be able to sign up for the extreme severe weather alerts and warnings. The next thing we want people to remember is it's important to make a family emergency plan. And that can be an individual plan. If you're single or live in a group environment with a couple of roommates, doesn't really matter. You really need to have a plan so that people can stay safe during emergencies. Everybody should have an out-of-town emergency contact. That's somebody you know. It could be a friend, a relative, someone who has a good telephone or mobile phone connection. First of all, you need to let them know that they're your emergency contact. So in case of an emergency, you contact them out of town with a text message or a phone call to let other people know that you're okay. Family members, friends can call your out-of-town emergency contact and they know that everything's okay. The next thing to do in your emergency plan is to make copies of important documents. They may be your driver's license, your birth certificate, other important documents, court documents, insurance papers. Make copies of those and save them ideally to the cloud or some other sort of storage drive. If you have to leave home or where those documents are originally stored, you can get copies of them. So if you come back and need those documents, you can easily get hold of them. Worst case scenario, you could be digging through rubble. If it's a fire, they could be destroyed. But if you have copies of those in a safe place, you'll always have access to them. The next thing we want people to do is to build an emergency kit. Ideally, you should have an emergency kit for where you live, where you work, and whatever type of transportation you have, a car, a truck, a van. Each one of those areas should have its own emergency kit. For home, make sure your emergency kit has a first aid kit in it. That's very important. A battery-operated AM/FM radio, also a good thing to have. Flashlights with extra batteries so that if the power goes out, you have a way to see in the dark. At least 3 days worth of food and water, so that if for some reason you can't get out of your home, if it's a blizzard or some other type of storm that prevents you from getting out, that you can be self-sufficient for at least 72 hours, at least 3 days. Finally, we want people to get involved with being prepared for emergencies. Take a class in first aid or CPR. Here at Emergency Management, we have our Community Emergency Response Team. They take 9 weeks worth of classes where they learn some advanced first aid, some fire and rescue. They learn about firefighting. They learn how to organize in a neighborhood in case of an emergency, because it's important to know that if we were to have a tornado or other violent storm here in Lexington, firefighters would not necessarily be able to reach all the neighborhoods at the same time. It could take several hours. It could take a day or two. It's important that people have the supplies and the know-how to take care of each other. It's also important that you know your neighbors, know your friends, know people who may need a little extra help during an emergency or a power outage, so that if you know them now, you can reach out, because that's important. Lexington's a very caring community. We've seen that time and time again during the ice storms and other accidents. So it's important that you remember to be aware, make a plan, build a kit, stay informed, and learn a little bit about emergency preparedness.
With the arrival of spring, many of the city's construction projects get underway. Jennifer Myatt and Brandy Peacher tell us about one of the most anticipated projects in years, Town Branch Commons.
I'm Jennifer Myatt with Lexington's Division of Environmental Services. I'm standing here right by Midland Avenue, where this year you're going to see some construction happening. We're replacing over 5,500 feet of sanitary sewer lines, so we're making the pipe bigger so that it's a better, more efficient system in this part of the city. But after that, the real fun starts. And Brandy Peacher from the Mayor's Office is here to talk about it. Hello, Brandy.
Hello, thanks for having me. We are talking about the Town Branch Commons. Town Branch Commons is what will be coming right after the Midland Avenue sanitary sewer project is completed. Now, what is Town Branch Commons? It is a 3.2-mile linear park is how we could look at this. It runs from 3rd Street at Isaac Murphy Memorial Art Garden, runs down Midland Avenue, around Vine Street, in front of Rupp Arena, and will eventually connect to the Town Branch Trail via the Town Branch Park, which is soon to come. So when this is all said and done, we will be finished with a 22-mile uninterrupted trail system. So you and I can get on our bikes at the horse park, ride the Legacy Trail into downtown, hop on the Town Branch Commons, and just continue that trail all the way out to Masterson Station. So I'm really excited about this project so that we can get out and about and connect everyone to each other in a variety of ways. And so it's not only just about the trail itself. We also have a lot of other components to this project that are very innovative and a step forward for Lexington. So what I'm talking about is we're connecting people to people, people to places. We're also helping our water infrastructure. We're doing a lot of components within this project which will help gather the rainwater, will help treat that and put it back into this culvert system that we're talking about that will lead to our creek system and be much more efficient and cleaner for our community. So there's a lot of pieces to this. Also the history of our community. So if you don't know, Town Branch is what Lexington was established on. We were built upon the banks of the Town Branch Creek. And so once upon a time, there was a water source running down Vine Street. Unfortunately, it was covered over at one point in time. And so this project is a way for us to link back to our history, have this trail system that will tell the story of Lexington's history, illustrate how water can be cleansed and used in our community in a different way. And also, we'll get on our bikes and hop around downtown as well. So the time frame for this project is after the sanitary sewer project is complete, will break ground on the Town Branch Trail within downtown. So we don't know exactly which end we'll start at. It might be Isaac Murphy's end, it might be down to Rep Arena, still yet to come. But we anticipate 2019 being under construction and that we complete this project by 2021. So grab your bikes, grab your walking shoes, and we'll head out on the trail together soon.
Thank you, Brandy.
Yeah.
You can find out more about the project on the city's website, lexingtonky.gov. Now, if you're like me, recycling can sometimes be a confusing proposition if you're not sure what goes where. Angela Poe of Environmental Services is here to talk about some new educational tools to make the task a whole lot easier.
So we're at the Recycle Center today because Lexington runs our own recycling center, and we get recyclables not only from Lexington but a lot of surrounding counties. It is a big, busy process out there to sort through all of the recycling, and it's really important that we get only things that we can recycle to the recycling center, because what happens if we don't is a lot of times the contaminants get caught in the machinery, slow down the process, we have to stop the whole operation, clean everything out, and start over again. So it's really important to know what is recyclable where you are. And here in Lexington we have several ways that we're communicating that. We have a new trash bashers, which I'm pretty excited about. So this is something that we give to kids, and they just have to sort these recyclable or non-recyclable items into either the trash or the recycling. So it's an easy way. There's a cheat sheet on the back so people know if they got it right or wrong. We've also updated waste guides, and that also has good cheat sheets for recycling in it. We have new flyers that are picture-based, and so hopefully we're trying with these sorts of items, the trash bashers, the flyer, everything, to make it really easy for people to know what we in Lexington accept for recycling. Just because it has a recycling symbol on it does not mean it's recyclable. That's a really important lesson. So bottles and jugs, plastic bottles and jugs, glass, steel and aluminum cans, paper, cardboard, box board, the kind of stuff the cereal comes in. That's it. There's a lot of spinning parts on the machine, so anything that can get wrapped around these spinning parts causes huge issues. So ask us, get some of our new items that will help you remember what's recyclable. You can email livegreen@lexingtonky.gov, and we'll get those items to you. If you want a big group to hand out at your church or a neighborhood association, we're happy to have help spreading the materials so people know how to recycle right.
When we come back, the Citizens Environmental Academy.
This is Tom Leach. A team plays their best when they're prepared. They have a plan so they know what to do to win. Just like a winning team, your family needs to be prepared for emergencies, severe weather, power outages, flooding, and fires. The Kentucky Emergency Management Association, along with your local emergency management agency, want you to be prepared. Be aware of potentially dangerous conditions. Put together an emergency kit for your home, office, and vehicle. Have a family emergency plan and update it regularly. For more information, visit BeReadyLexington.com.
We have an abundance of beauty and natural resources here in the Bluegrass. More miles of running water than any state in the continental U.S. You may not know it, but all our creeks and streams catch water directly from storm sewers on our streets. That means when someone tosses a cigarette butt on Main or Vine, chances are good it'll end up in Town Branch. Leave some pet waste on a sidewalk near Versailles Road, it goes into Wolf Run Creek. So please, don't trash the Bluegrass.
Welcome back to the show. The Citizens Environmental Academy is still open for applications. The Academy is designed to educate and inform citizens about the various environmental concerns around them.
You may have heard about the Citizens Police Academy and Fire Academy, where a group of citizens is chosen to go through and learn about the police and fire's activities in the city and what they do. Well, we now have the Citizens Environmental Academy, and it will run one Saturday a month from May through October, and you'll learn about all of the different environmental initiatives within the city. We knew that Lexington had a lot to offer as far as environmental initiatives go. So a lot of people don't know, they might know that we recycle and they know how trash collection happens, but they haven't seen what goes on behind the scenes. And they definitely haven't spent a lot of time thinking about the sewer pipes that run under the ground and that are under our roads and houses every day. And they definitely probably don't spend too much time thinking about urban forestry or how we care for our trees that go along roadways and that are in our parks. So this is just an opportunity for people to learn about Lexington's environmental initiatives and also to have a chance to implement their own environmental project in Lexington. Applications are due on March 30th, and we will choose a number of Lexington citizens to go through the Academy. You'll get to do a tour of the wastewater treatment plant and of the recycling center. You'll learn about our urban forestry program and all of the other environmental initiatives that the city has. At the end of the Academy, you'll have 6 months to implement an environmental project that you and your group of other students will choose to do in Lexington. Right now, the first Citizens Environmental Academy is going through their project phase, and there are 5 different projects, and there are a couple of them that have to do with recycling and how to recycle things that aren't accepted through the city system, and also just helping people who have recently moved to Lexington, who are new homeowners, learn more about our recycling program and what we offer. And then we have a Safe Streets project to improve pedestrian safety. And then we have 2 projects that are actually out at McConnell Springs. One is to have a tree crutch for the bur oak out there, and that's basically what it sounds like. It's a device to help hold up the tree since the bur oak is enormous and getting older, and it just needs some extra help to be stabilized. And the other one is a water project that has to do with the blue hole at McConnell Springs and just restoring the banks around it to improve water quality. And we even provide some funding for the projects so that citizens can really get something great out of it. So if you're interested, please apply at our website because we would love to have you at the Citizens Environmental Academy.
If you've ever wondered what happens to all the yard waste that gets collected at your house throughout the year, Lauren Monahan has the answer with a very popular upcoming event.
We're here today to bring you information about an upcoming event for any resident of Lexington. The Division of Waste Management collects yard waste throughout the year, and after about a 6-month composting process, the yard waste is ready to be given back to residents of Lexington as mulch material. You can use this in your yards and your gardens to help beautify and enrich your soil. We hope you participate in this event, which will be held on Saturday, March 24th at the old landfill training facility located at 1631 Old Frankfort Pike. The entrance to these events is always via Jimmy Campbell Drive, so look for event signage and volunteers to help direct you through the event site. Every resident is eligible to pick up to 1 pickup truck load of mulch, and there will also be a self-service area for those with vehicles that don't have a bed of a pickup truck. You can pull up and bring shovels and yard waste bags, buckets, whatever tools that you'd like to load mulch into in the self-loading area. Make sure you don't miss this event on Saturday, March 24th from 8 a.m. until noon or until supplies last. This event is first come, first serve. And for more information, please visit us at www.lexingtonky/livegreen.
Several meetings are on slate at Lex TV this week, including the Budget, Finance, and Economic Development Committee and the Council Work Session on Tuesday, and Thursday's Planning Commission and the regular Council meeting. As always, you can catch these meetings live as well as our other programming right here on Lex TV Channel 185 or on our live stream, and find any meeting archived at lexingtonky.gov/LexTV or find our other programming on our YouTube channel at Lex TV. That's all for this edition of Lexington Now. Keep up with us all week long on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And check out the latest traffic updates on Twitter at our handle @LexRex. Or get a bird's eye view of our live traffic cams on the city's website, lexingtonky.gov. We leave you this week with a look at this year's St. Patrick's Day Parade. For the staff and producers at Lex TV, I'm Neil Noah, and that's it for now.